Breaking news just crossed my phone. I was on my way out the door and I said, you know what? We're going to stop and do this news right now. So a lot of people don't want to say we're in a recession, but we are in a recession. And if we're not deep in the middle of it yet, it is coming. You see the title, it is coming. And I have more news inside of this whole story that it's not even related that lets you know it is coming. And some experts are now starting to say we will be in a recession in 2023. They don't know how bad it's going to be. So hold on to your britches, as the old folks say. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. My goodness, this family is growing. I have so many new cousins, and it feels so good. And I thank each of you for joining. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so you'll know when I upload a video, because sometimes I have heavy upload days and I upload more than once a day. So let's get straight to this news. So the article, and I will link this article in the description box so that you can read it entirely in case I don't. But job cuts in tech sector continue. Microsoft lays off 10,000 employees. Yeah, I said it, employees. So a group of video, and this is before the story. A group of video testers is forming Microsoft's first labor union in the US and the largest in the video game industry. Communications Workers of America said Tuesday, January 3rd, that about 300 quality assurance workers at Microsoft under game subsidiary ZeniMax Studios has voted to join the union. And this is not an old article. This article is dated January 18th at 9:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm bringing it to you a little bit behind because I had to get myself together, okay? The company said in a regulatory filing Wednesday that they had just notified employees of the layoffs. And in an effort to soften the blow, you guys, you know, they like to say, well, this only represents this amount of people here. We have, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, and that may be so. But for those 10,000 people that are affected, they're affected, okay? So the layoffs represent less than 5% of our total employee base, with some notifications happening today, says the CEO of Microsoft. Today. People just, hey, here's your slip. We don't need you. Or maybe they get it in the email. Who knows? I told many of you guys in that video I did about FedEx and Walmart laying off thousands of people last year and into this year, that everybody needs to be stockpiling food, medication, things that you use on a regular basis, so that that's one less worry that you have. You need to be trying to set aside enough money while you're working now to hold you up for 3 to 6 months in case you have to, you know, look for another place of employment. So this next line kind of says it all, because a lot of people are moving to that. And that is why Walmart was laying off thousands of people in their Atlanta-based facility. Artificial intelligence. So it says, while we are eliminating roles in some areas, we will continue to hire in key strategic areas. He emphasized that the importance of building a new computer platform using advances in artificial intelligence. They are replacing people with artificial intelligence, AI. Welcome to 2023, you guys. So in this article, they say a lot of pretty fancy words, you guys, and that's to coddle you. But it's time for people to stop coddling people and just let people know exactly what is happening, okay? We are grown. We need to start acting like we're grown and accepting things for what they are and not wanting everybody to pacify us in situations. So he said that customers that were accelerating their spending on digital technology during the pandemic are now trying to optimize the digital spend to do more with less, meaning people aren't buying like they were because people are trying to buy food for their house, and either it is available and costs too much or limits on it or none at all. But the one thing in here that he is saying that is not coddling people right now, he says that we're also seeing organizations in every industry and geography exercise caution as some parts of the world are in a recession and others are anticipating a recession. Let that sink in. Other parts of the world are already in a recession. And whether here in the United States they want to admit, we are in a recession. So you guys, hold on, listen to this. Amazon and business software maker Salesforce earlier this month announced major job cuts as they pruned payroll that rapidly expanded during the pandemic lockdown. Amazon said that it will be cutting about 18,000 positions. I told you guys about that. It's the largest set of layoffs in Seattle company's history, although just a fraction of the 1.5 million global workforce. And when I told you guys about that, I told you it was going to be, and I hate to say I told you, but I told you it was going to be more tech companies joining in, and not just tech companies, you guys. Stay tuned for the next one I'm going to tell you after I get through with this article. And this is, I guess this article is like a refresher for everything I've already given you stories about. And people still don't want to see that these companies, they see the recession that's here, that's coming, that's going to be probably worse. Facebook parent Meta is laying off 11,000 people. Told you about that. About 13% of the workforce. And Elon Musk, the new Twitter CEO, has slashed the company's workforce. And this article is also saying that the CEO of Microsoft didn't even mention this when he was at the World Economic Forum annual meeting that happened in Switzerland. Nowhere in there did he say, hey, y'all, we're going to lay off about 10,000 people. People are being surprised, and this is going to damage us. This is going to be bad. This may be as bad as 2008. So I actually read the whole article, but I will still link it in the description. This next one, though, you guys, I found out today. So my oldest son, who's about 33, y'all, I'm losing track. I'm getting old. He's in his 30s. Okay, so he said that he was laid off at Pepsi. He worked at one of the headquarters in South Carolina. So I looked it up to see if Pepsi was doing any layoffs, because he said, well, Pepsi's laying off a lot of people. And come to find out, there is an article, and I will try to link that as well. If not, just Google in Pepsi lays off workers, and it, like, a bunch of articles are going to come up about it. So let me tell you just a snippet of what's going on and what other companies are laying off this year. So the Wall Street Journal reported that Pepsi will be laying off workers at the headquarters of its North American snacks and beverage divisions, with hundreds of job cuts. So it wasn't hundreds, it was thousands. It was about 3,000 people, I saw in a different article. So this triggered CNBC's Jim Cramer to say that more companies will also make cuts after the holiday season. And I also told you guys that last year, that what is happening in it's like since the pandemic, every year just falls into the next year. And every year people say, well, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. And so far it has not gotten better. Like, we had little spurts here and there of supplies coming in, but now we're starting to see more empty shelves, food shortages, limits, no food at all, inflation out the yin yang. So this article says, so let me give you some numbers, and then I'm going to give you the next companies that are going to be laying off. So in November, U.S.-based employers announced 76,835 cuts, a 127% increase from the 33,843 cuts announced in October, and a 417 higher than the 14,875 cuts announced in the same month last year, per a Challenger Gray and Christmas report. So other non-tech companies which recently announced layoffs will include Beyond Meat. Let me say that clear. Beyond Meat, which I don't care about that. Beyond Meat. I mean, I care about the people who work there. They're going to lose their jobs. But that whole Beyond Meat, real meat, that's a whole different debate right there. They said that back. So that was said on October 11th, which was my birthday, that Beyond Meat would be laying off workers, filing that it would reduce its workforce by approximately 200 employees or 19%. Impossible Foods and Coca-Cola also announced layoffs recently. So you guys brace for it. If you're not stockpiling some food in your home, if you're not growing food, if you're not raising meat or, things that produce other things that you can eat like eggs, you need to be trying to find somebody locally, a farmer that you can source this from. Now their prices are probably going to go up too because the price of feed has gone up as well. Trust me, I know. I have chickens and I have rabbits, and on the other homestead we have goats, we have sheep, we have ducks, we have the one thing we don't have is cows, and that is something that we are thinking about doing, is purchasing a cow, milk cow, a dairy cow, and meat. So, I mean, guys, we're in it, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to live in it and how well we're going to live in it. So stockpile your food. I'm not telling you to go panic buy. I am telling you to prep now so you're prepared for tomorrow. Drop a seed today so you can grow food tomorrow. I'm about to start getting back out into my garden and trying to get it together. I spent last night writing down the things that I want to grow this year, and my last frost date for spring, and my first frost date for fall, because I want to grow in the fall as well. So I know I don't show a lot of gardening because right now it's really nothing out there to do. But I do have to tend to my chickens and do my chores and my rabbits and clean out stuff. So every single day, but I don't always show it. But I want you to know that you have to stay focused. Put your blinders on, because it is a lot going on, and it can be heavy at times, and it does make you want to retreat and get under the covers and pull the cover over your head like, oh my God, this is happening. I remember how I felt in 2008. We had a daycare business, and it was barely hanging on. We spent it all trying to save that thing. But you guys, a lot of people are going to feel this, and it's going to be higher unemployment, even though they're going to lie and say it's not. It's going to be people needing public assistance that maybe never needed it before, or maybe needed it a long time ago, but now they're doing better, and boom, now they're hit with you're not employed, and they're facing rent, mortgage, utilities, all of these things, and not to mention the cost of living has gone up, food prices, everything. I hope this video was helpful. Please, 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 I am begging you, hit that like button. Get this over 35,000 likes. Get this, over 35,000 views. Whatever it is, share it out. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what's going on in your area with your stores. What are you seeing? Because I'm about to head out to one right now. Take care. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks so much for being here on Tommy Bites TV. And welcome again to all of my new subscribers. Oh my gosh, you guys have gotten me to 60,000 last night. And I woke up this morning, it was 61. And I'm like, oh my goodness. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate each and every one of you.
I'm stuck in the middle. Yeah, I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in opposition. I'm just a machine. So you're stuck in the middle, huh? I guess we're stuck in between. Life is a riddle, yeah. And I don't know what it means, no.